What's up? This is Malice Intent coming to you with another video. So I'm on Facebook and then I see a video of this guy named Tommy Sotomayor, Sodomy, um, Tommy the Crispy Mayor, um, whatever his name is, Uncle Tom. We'll just call him Uncle Tom. So this video was him and a group of people inside of Hooters. I would play the video, but it might get pulled off because this guy is very petty like that. So most likely I get it pulled off, and plus I don't want to give him any notoriety to his face being spreaded his video being spreaded all over my page. But he was at a Hooters and he was wearing a MAGA shirt. So okay, this waitress, she was black, and she serving him, and she sees him with the hat on, and she just asked, do you support Donald Trump? And he was like, yes. Do you have a problem with that? And then that's when he actually started recording later on, because she had walked off. And then he started recording on his phone, basically saying, oh, she came up to me with an attitude and asked me if I supported Donald Trump, and I feel like she shouldn't be asking me that question. She should be just doing her job and working. And granted, waitress normally asks questions regardless about food or anything, just to see how your day going, or just to make conversation or something like that. And she just asked about his hat and said that, are you a Donald Trump supporter? And then he got all belligerent and start basically downing this black girl for asking him about his hat. And she served him his drink and everything. It wasn't like she was like, I'm not going to serve you or anything. But she gave him his drink. And at that time he was recording. And she asked him, could you please not record me? She said it just like that. Would you please not record me? And then he was like, oh, I'm going to record you regardless. I don't care if you ask me not to. You came up to me. So she walks off, and then he gets his group of yes men and yes women behind him, which were also black. But they basically hanging around him because basically he probably bought their meal or something. And of course, if you buy something or around a group of people that you supporting, as far as food or money or something like that, yes man. So if you actually around, of course they're gonna jump in and take your side, and basically saying that she shouldn't be acting about anything. She's supposed to be serving us. She's supposed to just be serving us. So he up there causing all the uproar, and then he was like, you know what, I'm going to tell her manager. So he goes up to the manager and says, a waitress is being very rude to me, and she all upset because I'm recording her, and guess what she's mad about? Then he points to his hat. So the Manager, he was like, he's a white guy. He was like, about what? Then he points to his head again. And he was like, what? Then he was like, my hat. Then he was like, oh, your MAGA hat? And then he was like, yes. And I feel like she shouldn't be questioning me about anything. And she was being very rude and didn't want to serve us, which was not true because she actually handed him his drink and everything. It's not like she threw it at him. She just handed him his drink and she went back to the area of where the plates and everything were. So after that happened, he was telling the manager, it's not professional for her to ask me about my hat, and um, I think it's very rude of her and everything. And then he was like, who are you talking about? Then he pointed out the girl. And then the manager was like, she's one of our nicest people that we got working here. So even the manager know it's about a bunch of bull. So Uncle Tom, he was like basically trying to rile up the manager to get her fired. So this guy has a history of trying to put down black women and talk about the whole black race, even though he's black himself. And basically everything he do is a scam to get money out of people and popularity. Like there's many videos where for instance, a cruise that he was funding, he basically took the people money and then lied and said he didn't go on the trip. He canceled the trip because only 6 people was going. And then later on in another video, he says, I didn't even know anything about the whole cruise and everything, and that these ladies set me up. Like he's like a black miniature Donald Trump. He says one thing, then lies and say he didn't say it, even though it's recorded that he said it. He also has another scam that he put out where he was trying to do a book, fatherless something. I don't know. It's fatherless in America, talking about he grew up without a father and everything. And people invested in him. Well, don't gave him money for the book, which was never written. And he tried to say that he even said himself on his videos that he was pulling a scam. He was a scam artist. So I'm like, and he used that money to pay for his child support. And he said it on more than one video where he said he used that money to pay for his child support. Now, to the people who supporting him, I don't know why y'all supporting him. This man, every single black person he talked about as far as being thugs and everything, he's one of the major thugs out there taking money from his own people. And I know I think it was New Jersey or New York or whatever, Harlem. It was in Harlem, where he went against some black dudes who called him out on disrespecting black women, and he started getting belligerent with them, so they end up punching him. So he keeps claiming that most of his supporters are black women, which I don't see why, because he downgrades you at any given moment he gets on social media, on YouTube, and on his so-called podcast he have. And I just find it very disrespectful that he keeps doing it and people keep listening to him. There was a video out there explaining the dark side of Uncle Tom, or Tommy Sotomayor, whatever. But it basically was stating that a lot of racist white people was supporting him and giving him money. There's also been a quote saying that he said that if he's getting paid for it, he's just gonna keep downing black people, basically. And I was like, so he really sold out his own race just to make a quick buck. And that's crazy. Now, I don't get why a lot of black people still listen to him. It's probably for entertainment purposes, but sometimes you gotta put away the entertainment and see the lies that people tell other people just to get money. And y'all should not be supporting this man because he's a scam artist. He's just scamming you out of the money. He is basically saying that if he's seen, he said that it should be a black genocide or a black holocaust where they should start putting black people in, and he will be the one helping the black people get in to the oven, the furnace, and that he will start shooting black people and stuff like that. It's crazy the stuff this man is saying about his own people. So don't support this man. This man is very ignorant, and he doesn't do research on or try to help people get out of that predicament or out of that mindset as far as being ghetto or ignorant. He doesn't try to help them. He just tries to put them down, and he gets his ratings. He's like a Jerry Springer wannabe. So that's all he is, a Jerry Springer wannabe. So if he's constantly saying this stuff and bringing black women down, even though his mother is black, which I heard that he doesn't have a good relationship with his mother, and he never had a male role model in his life as far as a father. So he's taking all of his anger and placing it on the whole black race, and he wants himself to be white. That's the same thing as the Willie Lynch theory, where they use that against black people. So don't support this man. Everything I said is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And if he tries to contact me and said, "Oh, let's get on my show and talk about it," no, I will not be going on this man's show. I do not want to go on his show because he's very ignorant and he's doing it for ratings. That's all he's doing it for. Because if he was to go against me, he doesn't have the knowledge to do it. So what he would do, which will not be a debate because he don't know how to debate, and he feels like his way is always right. So he He's the type of person to elevate his voice and start talking all loud so the other person won't be heard. I've seen it before with him. And he just don't listen to him. All right. Don't listen to Uncle Tom Crispy Sotomayor. All right.